Hello and welcome to Real Talkin' Fiction, the podcast where storytelling meets raw, unfiltered conversations. I'm Eddie Bowers, or Edward Bowers, as some of you guys might know me from my books. I'm here to explore the stories we tell, both real and imagined. From deep dives into some of life's tougher questions to thrilling fiction that I write. So hopefully that's going to keep you guys on edge. We're going to try and cover it all here. So sit back, hit that follow button, and let's dive in. Welcome back, y'all, to Real Talkin' Fiction. My name's Eddie, and I'm the host, and I'm really conflicted today. You know, and that's kind of what I want to talk about. Is that maybe I just want to talk about myself. I don't know. Maybe I just need to release this, get this out. But I've been struggling with this for a while, and it kind of comes back and kicks me in the gut and in the teeth, and I felt compelled that I should share this in the hopes that maybe somebody else sees it, hears it, and can relate to this. Now, not this podcast. Obviously, I just started it, and so maybe this is new. Maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot here. But well, I guess I don't know. But I've been doing, for years. I've been writing for like 15, 16 years, publishing books, creating, if you will, content on TikTok. For I want to say like 3 years, just putting myself out there on the internet for people to hopefully relate to, just normal day stuff, I guess. But it feels like just so often it feels like no one's hearing me, no one's listening, no one's paying attention, and I feel like sometimes just no one cares, that I've made my bullet points, and I feel like I'm getting off track here, so sorry about that. But do you guys ever feel like that? Are any of you guys that hear this, watch this, read this, that are feeling like you're in the same boat? You put everything you have into your art, your work, your job, your family, and it just goes unnoticed, I guess. Your efforts seem like you're just shooting them out into a black hole or a void. You're continuously met with nothing, just silence, not a comment, not a like. Nobody's saying, hey, that this is awesome. I appreciate that you're putting this real stuff out there, your real emotions out there and whatnot. Just silence. That kind of stings, especially for starting off, new and fresh, being kind of a nobody, so to speak. No, nothing. I've been chasing this dream of being an author for a few years now. This idea that, if I keep grinding, I keep pushing forward, I keep creating, I keep sharing, maybe something's gonna click, and maybe I haven't done it long enough. Maybe I haven't put enough into it. Um, I just you know I'm stuttering and stumbling here, y'all, and I'm sorry. But maybe one day my work and my efforts will mean something to someone. But I gotta be honest with you guys. Um, there's days, I feel like quitting. I feel like nobody's listening. Nobody's reading. Maybe maybe this is for nothing. I feel like I'm putting this effort and all this time and whatnot into all of this, and you know, it just feels like I'm saying stuff that's been said a million times and nobody cares. Um, when I started this journey, uh, it was all about sharing the stories, sharing my story, connecting with people, trying to build this community, but I feel like along the way something has shifted. Something's changed. I definitely can admit that I began to care about more about, like, not, I mean, maybe it is fame, but I started to care about the followers, the likes, getting comments, being recognized. And here recently I've realized something. I realized that I've been lying to myself. I've been telling myself, and anybody who's listening on social media platforms, that it's not about the fame. Um, I haven't been chasing it. I don't care if I'm famous. And just right now, I feel like a fake. I feel like a liar. This short end of the game, I feel like I'm lying. You know, but I don't know. Like here's the thing. I would still create. I would still write. I would still make posts. You know, I'd still put these episodes out that I'm putting out. Whether I was famous or not. You know, it's really about the work, but really for me, like truly for me, it's about putting those stories out there, the tales, the books. It's really about that for me. Just the release in writing those things sometimes. Um, yeah, it's about trying to create something, whether anyone's listening or not, whether anyone hears me or not. It's about trying to put something out there that matters. And maybe it's selfish. It's more like these things matter to me, and I hope that it matters to somebody else who's listening, and hears it. But if it goes unheard, I'm still doing this. I'm still trying to create those stories, um, and put it out there. I get it. It's hard. Um, it's tough when you put so much effort into something, so much work and so much passion into something. Um, and it just feels like crickets. I don't know if you guys feel this way too. Um, it just feels like crickets, just silence. And it maybe it's easy. It's easy for me to start thinking that I'm failing. Um, like all of this is for nothing. But and I know, it's you're not a failure. You know, you're not. You're doing it, and that's the important thing, I guess. you know. And really, I feel this way sometimes. I feel like a failure, but I keep doing it, and that shows me I'm not a failure in any of this. Um, just not recognized and not heard in the moments, and I know it takes time. Um, but even when it feels like no one's watching, no one's listening, no one's clicking like and whatnot, it's fine because the stories we tell, you know, um, they matter. They matter to someone, I guess. I'm with your help, with the shares, with the few likes that I do get, you know, it's real. It's something that I hope will keep growing. And even if we can't see it right now, that picture you painted, that poem you wrote, that post you made doing the silly dance, it will eventually matter to somebody, I think. And that's why I personally I keep doing this. I keep creating episodes of the podcast, and I keep posting about on YouTube and Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that, to one day, hopefully one day it'll reach somebody and mean something to them. you know all of us matter. I get that, including me. Um, but again, just today, I wanted to just put out there that if you're feeling this, I am too. I am too. And I hope that somebody out there hears this and it resonates with them. Maybe they'll comment. Maybe somebody hears this and they think of someone they know that needs to hear this. Keep going. Just keep going. Keep creating. You matter. Your story matters. And, mine does too, I hope this rambling, this rant, or whatever you want to call it, made sense. So, because, to get anywhere, I, I don't know about y'all, but I need you guys, you know? Click like, comment, share, share. Just anything, any interaction you guys have with me means the world to me. And just honestly helps spark something new, and whether it's drive or an idea or something, and I can create that. But I feel like right now, like I'm whining, and I'm not trying to whine about anything. I just wanted to let you guys know that y'all might be going through this too, and I want you to know I do too. There's somebody else out there going through the same stuff, and I hope that if you are going through it, you've got someone in your life that will help get you back into the swing of things, and creating again. Even if it's this post, this podcast episode, and this YouTube video. I I hope it helps. Keep creating, keep creating, and I'm not gonna give up. I know I'm in this down space right now, um, but I'm gonna keep creating. I'm gonna keep writing, and probably reiterating this message over time. But if this resonates with you, please, go ahead, make a comment, like the podcast, like the video, rate it. Even if you hate it, I mean, just any feedback means so much, and helps so much. So yeah, I don't even know how to close this thing properly right now. So just keep going. Okay. Keep creating. That kind of wraps up this episode of Real Talk and Fiction. If you enjoyed today's discussion, make sure to follow the podcast, please, so you never miss an episode. And if something resonated with you, share it. Share it with a friend. It helps me more than you guys know. If you'd like to support the show and my writing, you can always join me on Patreon. For honest, I'm thinking I believe as little as $1 a month. Your support's going to help me keep creating, and in return, you guys are going to receive exclusive updates, behind the scenes content, as well as early access to some new projects. So, check it out. Just head on over to Patreon, search Edward. Search Bowers Inc. B as in boy, OWERSINK. And you should be able to find me there. Also, I think somewhere on this podcast, possibly on the YouTube channel, I've got the links shared there. And if you love a good thriller, don't forget to check out my books. They're available on Amazon. All right, just search Edward Bowers in the search bar, and it should pull up everything I've written and published. You can also find all the details at my website, which is edwardbowersofficial.com. It's kind of a basic website, but I'm working on it. Okay, bear with me. But thanks for tuning in, y'all. Just stay real. Keep turning the pages of your own story. I'll see you guys next time, all right?